What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. So in today's video, I'm going to be pretty much just putting in a bigger fuel pump into the truck right here behind me. For those of you who don't know why I'm putting a bigger fuel pump, it's because I'm in the process of boosting it. Get that boosted shirt. It's going to get boosted, so it needs a bigger fuel pump, you know, because more air equals, or more air needs more fuel. That's what I was trying to say, but yeah. So this is going to be a little bit of a weird video because I'm going to pretty much show you guys how I'm removing the bed and the way I'm doing it, because there's two ways to go about this. One way is to remove the bed, like take it off, and the fuel tank is right there, or you can either drop the tank. But the truck is low and I don't have any sort of way to, you know, lift it up more than, like, I would say a foot, so it's kind of hard to drop. And the bed is a little beat from when it got crashed. I didn't crash it, I bought it crashed, but when it did get crashed, the bed did take some of the damage, so I'm gonna have to replace the bed or do something about it. So I'm thinking might as well just take off the bed right now, and then it'll be easier so when I buy a new bed, or do you know what I gotta do. But yeah, so what I was trying to say is, in this video I'm gonna show you guys pretty much what I'm doing. Sorry about that, there's a plane flying by. But pretty much what I'm gonna be showing you guys is removing the bed and showing you how I'm doing it. And then within a few days of when this video gets posted, I'm gonna post those exact same clips, but just the clips of me removing it, for the people who are interested in seeing how to remove a bed. And just that, like, if they're gonna C-notch their frame or whatever, just to remove the bed, because I know there's like hardly any videos on YouTube of how to remove a bed on these trucks. These trucks are really popular, but for whatever reason there isn't that many videos. So I'm just gonna post a quick video, pretty much just like I said, use the same clips that I'm using on this video. So if you guys are seeing a video, it's probably gonna be titled like how to remove a Nissan hardbody bed. It's literally gonna be the same clip. So if you saw this video, don't click on the other one, because it's the same thing. But I'm just mainly doing it for people like me that when they wanna, like, when they're in a rush, they wanna see how something is done, they look it up, and the video is like 30 seconds long, and it explains everything you do, or like a minute long rather than 10 minutes long, and trying to find the clip of where they actually remove the bed. So that's why I'm doing this. I don't want you guys to have to go to another video and be like, oh, I didn't even see how we removed the bed, for those of you who don't know. So you don't have to go looking for another video. Like I said, I'm just gonna post it all in here, show you guys what I'm doing, even if it's a little long, and then I'll post just the bed being removed on another video. You guys probably understand what I'm saying, probably don't, but yeah, I haven't like removed the bed fully, so I'm not entirely sure what has to be done, but I'm pretty sure there's you have to remove these bolts in here, right here. There should be one up here, but you know, jank truck problems, so you do that. Oh man, bad brakes. And then the filler neck will be, you know, not attached to the bed, because this is obviously the bed. That makes no sense. I don't know why I said that. And then there's two bolts. There's like one right here and one across over there. Gotta take those two off. And then there's four back here. There's like one right here, one right there, one right there, one right there. And then you have to disconnect your tail lights and all that. And then the bed should pretty much lift up. A lot of people, what they do is they pretty much use a cherry picker, which is like to pull your engine, and they tie a rope across or something and they lift it up like that. But I don't have a cherry picker, so I'm going to be seeing if my dad can help me. So I'm going to take all the bolts off, get rid of all this junk, because there's a bunch of random stuff. This isn't an actual person, this is just for October. I wanted to be funny, so I used my jumpsuit. Well, not my jumpsuit, but my work suit, and then I got a mask, and I had my guy hanging out right here when I used to daily my truck. But yeah, now it's been using as a trash can, so I'm kind of trying to clean up all the mess back here. I just got to throw all this out, and then it'll be a lot lighter to pull out. So I'm going to quickly do that, and then I'm going to see if my dad can help me, and then we're going to pull it off. First step is to remove these three 10mm bolts. This one was already removed by the previous owner, so I only have to do these two, but first step right there. The one right there on the center of the top of the screen is a 14mm. Right by the rear leaf spring shackle, there's another 14mm. Once you've removed all 6 nuts, then you're going to want to remove the tailgate, because it's going to be a lot lighter. Now on my truck there was only 4 bolts holding it on, but you'll figure it out the other 2. It's not that hard. So pretty much what you do is you go like this, can't really see that one. But over here, you push it up, take a little bit of weight off. Out of the hole, and you grab it like this. It'll come out over here, and then you just kind of pull it out, and it's that easy. You're going to want to unplug the harness to the tail lights, which is right here. This is the main harness. This goes up into the truck, and then this is what goes, you know, back into the bed, into your tail lights. So usually your truck won't have this massive wire. That's because they put this little U-Haul module. I'm not too sure what that's for, but that's not factory. So you should see this. You're going to want to unplug this. See if I can do it one-handed. I haven't even tried loosening it off. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to do it one-handed. But you get the point. You're going to want to remove this one, and then right up there, you can see that little one. You're going to want to unplug that one because that one is connected to the bed, and then that one goes to the little running lights or the daytime running lights for the rear license plate on the bumper. There you go, guys. That's pretty much how you remove a bed on any truck. It's usually all about the same, but this is how you do it on a hard body specifically. Alright guys, so you want to take off these 6 bolts. This one had like bolts and screws, so I'm pretty sure someone in the past has messed with this truck. But I mean, the truck, you know, it was fully stock when I got it. At least I think there was like no signs of any modifications other than a bunch of new seals on the engine. But the guy that had it was a mechanic, so I'm pretty sure he got the truck with the messed up fuel pump or something, threw in his own fuel pump, and then sold it to me. Because, like I said, this truck looks fully stock. But for your guys' truck, it's going to be 4 bolts. I think they're bolts. They should be bolts. Makes more sense. And you're going to want to remove both of these. One of them is the feed and one of them is the return. I'm not sure which one's the feed and which one's the return, but you want to remove both so you could pull this cap out, because as you can see, this one is attached right here. So you want to remove this one, and then it should be able to pull out. The whole fuel pump assembly, the whole pump sending unit, I guess you could call it, is out. Just be very careful with this little floater right here, because this is what tells you how much fuel you have, so try not to break that, because that's pretty much your gauge. And then yeah, I got the stock fuel pump out. Oh shoot, there's a lot of fuel still there. This is a sock. It's pretty much a little filter just so you don't pick up a lot of the dirt and debris that, you know, falls into the gas tank. And then I guess I'll just tell you guys how it was. So that's how it was. This little bracket is what's the factory piece on there. This goes onto the center pole and it holds the fuel pump in there. You can see there's a little cup so the fuel pump doesn't fall out. But since this is a aftermarket fuel pump and these fuel pumps aren't made to be on this little sending unit, I'm gonna have to rig something up. But pretty much this is the same size fuel line that I'm using right there. I put a new fuel line right here because I think the previous owner didn't use correct like an actual fuel line, because you can see it's like falling apart, and this truck is not that old for this to be happening. So I'm pretty sure this is just like some normal vacuum line or something and not made for the fuel. So I have actual fuel line on there, and then it's the same size as this one and the little tubes going in there. So I'm going to do that, and then I want to splice these wires right here from the stock harness onto these right here. The gray one is the power and the black one is the ground, but I have to figure out what this little wire is for. It goes on the same port as the ground and to a little sensor down here, so I have to quickly figure what that is all about, and then cut this and splice it into this, and then pretty much put it up, and then see how I can mock this up so this can stay on here and doesn't fall to the bottom of the tank or just, you know, fall off of this. So I have to like secure it onto this, but it's not really that hard of a process. It's just take one fuel pump out and then take another one. And a lot of people, when they hear like cars saying like, oh, there's a bad fuel pump, people think like, oh, it's the end of the world, I gotta take it to the shop. This is a really easy fix you can do at your house. Alright guys, so we got the new fuel pump on. I don't have anything to actually mount it on, so I just use zip ties. I am going to be checking over these in a few months, probably like 2, because I know this is plastic and this is going to deteriorate with the fuel. But I am going to be watching that. I'm probably going to try to put something like this in the future, but smaller. I might even get one of these next tomorrow. But I just want to see if it all works. And I don't have like a soldering iron or anything, so I just used some heat shrink right here. And then that ground wire that was going over here, I teed it into right here. I used some more heat shrink, and it goes into this one. And then now I just need to connect this power from the harness to the power of the fuel pump, which is gray for whatever reason. But yeah, now I just need to connect this and solder it, and then we could throw it in the truck. Now I have everything back installed. These aren't tight all the way, but the ones that are bolts, I put them like in a crisscross pattern. So I put one here, I believe one here, and then one here, and I tightened it down. And then the other screws, I didn't really tighten them that much, you know, down. I just want to see if it works. These are tight because I believe one of these, obviously one of these is the feed and one's the return, but the feed needs to be tight because that's pressure. Well, they both have some, you know, pressure. So I tightened both of these just for now, and then I had to put the harness back on. And one thing I forgot to mention is I did disconnect the battery just in case, because I don't want any sparks to, you know, go with fuel. I don't think that a spark would cause this to catch on fire because the tank is full, so it's a lot of fuel. I think fuel only catches on fire when it's like really thin, like when you spill something on the floor and you like that. But correct me if I'm wrong. Now what I'm gonna do is turn it to the ignition, see if I hear it prime. If it primes, it means it's working, and then if that works, and then I'm gonna try to start it. Alright guys, you can see the truck is on. It's making a lot of noise, it's really whiny. I'm not too sure if that's normal or not. I have to quickly look that up. Right now it should be running rich, and I think I smell it like running really rich, which is normal. But I'm not 100% sure if it's just my mind playing games with me or if it's actually running rich. But it's not running boost right now, just to mention that, FYI. It's open throttle body. I don't drive it, so you know, don't hate on that. But the charge pipe isn't actually hooked up to the manifold, so it's not making any boost. Don't worry. I just want to drive it to see how it reacts and see if the sound goes away. But before I do that, I'm going to quickly look it up and see if that's normal, because I'm not 100% sure. But before I started it, I primed it a few times just so I wouldn't have to be like cranking the engine while there's no fuel in the lines. So I let it primed up. Once it would stop making a noise and I know there's, you know, pressure built up in the system, and then that's when I started it. I just took it around the block, running good. It is bogging a little because it's getting flooded with fuel, which is what I expected. I'm putting a bigger fuel pump, not being tuned or anything, so you know, to be expected. It is good and it's bad. It's good because I'm getting more fuel, but it's bad because it's bogging. But I am going to be fixing that issue in another video, so don't worry about that. And also, I'm not going to be hitting boost on this video. This is just, you know, installing it and showing you guys how to do it. For those of you who are going to follow the exact same steps as I'm doing, this is pretty much how you do it. Now, when you turbo a car, you want to have like a programmable ECU or something, just, you know, you can adjust your fuel maps and all that. Now, I'm going to be boosting on the stock ECU, which is not really recommended, but I'm going to be doing it because that's how I did on my other truck. Pretty much what I'm going to be doing is it's going to be running rich during vacuum. Not too rich where it's like bogging out, but it's going to be just a little under that, and then when I hit boost, it's going to be cherry, which is pretty much all that matters. I just want to hit boost and go sideways. That's pretty much the point or the goal of this truck right here, just to have fun with you guys. Maybe possibly give you guys ride-alongs when we go to the track, when I start actually taking this to the track, and just putting out videos for you guys. That's pretty much why I bought this truck. I never use it. I'm not planning on dailying it, so that's why I'm going that route. Like I've said in previous videos and all that, I am planning on, you know, doing a standalone ECU eventually and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do this. And then yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them to the best of my ability. But yeah, I wouldn't really necessarily recommend this, but I know there's going to be some of you who want to cheap out just like me, and you're going to be following the exact same steps. That's why I'm making these videos for you guys. But yeah, by no means do I recommend boosting a truck how I'm boosting mine. Just putting that out there. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.